reason why we're here right now with my boy Corporal Carpenter is because we had a conversation was last week, right? We were trying to go live
Yeah,
last week.
man. I started going through this process, and I got a hold of you because I was trying to figure out. So I broke my ankle sitting at the house, found out about a program. I'm like, how do I get this out to other vets? And you were the first person popped up, bro. I'm like, well, Cardenas has military talk. We
Yeah.
should blast that out on there and just let the guys know, dude, because it's a life changer.
So
So
I'm not prepared for with links right now, but I'm trying to
no
get all
worries,
these links out from you and drop them off after the live. I'm probably gonna go back and edit this live because the beginning it was not the best.
dude. Yeah,
It was perfect.
right.
the
I know, dude.
but so what happened, man? What we're gonna talk about? What you got for us today?
All right, man. So before I start, man, I want to tell the guys and everybody that's listening that's a disabled vet, whether it's combat injury or training injury, you qualify for this. And this could change your life. It just takes a little bit of work, man. And I want you to know, you're not alone. If you need help, you can contact me. I'm making a big part of my life helping veterans because it's the least I can do, and yeah, I want to get these guys through it. So do it. Just do it. Grab your pokey bait, grab a snack, grab some coffee, sit down and rifle it out because it's worth it in the end, I promise.
Hey, so
So
first and foremost, bro, how do you find out about? I think you sent me some notes while I was on the plane, right?
yeah. So I
Um,
sent the notes of how I'm kind of gonna run it down. It's all my information comes directly from the DFAS website, the VA website, and various ones that are going to be in the links. So I've sent you every link that you need to put this packet together.
okay.
Um, so it's simple, bro. It's real simple. Hey, first off, man, cheers. I don't think we've cheersed yet, bro.
No, not yet. I like that cut.
Hey, thank you, sir. Good friend gave it to me. Pretty dope cups. Got the
Woo.
military talk logo. I'm jealous, bro. So yeah, I'll get right down to it, man. So combat related special compensation is what we're here to talk about today. It's a program, and I'm reading this direct. This is all from DFAS. It's a program that was created for disability and non-disability veterans, military retirees with combat-related disabilities. It's a tax-free entitlement that you will be paid each month, along with any retired pay you're already receiving. So this stacks, man. Your VA, if yeah, even if you're 100%, this stacks on top of that.
Okay.
So what it is, man, is it's a chunk of your Army retirement. So if you didn't do 20, if you did 20, I don't think you qualify because you're already getting the Army retirement side. But if you're like guys like us that did 7, 8, 9, whatever years, and you
Hmm.
caught some kind of injury, this is going to give you a percentage of your retirement pay. So they unlock a piece of it and they give it to you. I'll explain a lot more, but that's the gist of it.
So you're able to
So
collect your BA disability plus this.
yes. And I promise you, dude, I'm one of the guys that don't like messing with my stuff. I've called Fort Knox probably 30,000 times by now just to make sure I'm not going to get screwed. Because,
Do you
that's our,
drop packet? Do you drop your package already?
yeah, my packet's in. It's been in for 3 weeks. So, in about, I'd say 20 to 30 days, I'm going to get a letter in the mail saying, you're approved. This is how much. Here's your back pay. So, and that's, man, I'm just so excited to tell you guys about this because I'm surprised they don't tell us about this, but at the same time, I'm not because it's a big chunk of change for guys
Does
and
the
girls
back
that
pay
have
goes whenever you start collecting your BA disability, or when does the back pay goes to?
5 years. You get 5 years of
5 years.
back pay. Yeah. So I'll start running through. So like I mentioned, combat related special compensation. It's something that's going to help you if you're injured training for war, like in the box. If you hurt your ankle doing air assault mission, if you did it overseas, PTSD, mental disabilities or disorders, I should say, also count. And that's what they don't tell you. So mine is solely for PTSD. That's the only thing I put in for.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting. I'm almost 100% sure I'll get accepted, and I know that everybody listening will get it too. So it's just money sitting there waiting, bro. And I'll run through. So we'll keep going. So the next one is, am I eligible? Right. To be eligible for CRSC, there's certain things you have to be down with. First one is you got to be entitled to or receiving military retired pay. That sounds like a scary sentence, but I went over everything with the human resources NCO at Knox. What that means is when you get VA pay, you, whether you know it or not, you signed something to the effect of, I don't want my Army pay, I'll take my VA pay.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so when I got out, when I med boarded, they sat me down in an office and they said, here's your Army pay, here's your VA pay. You pick which one. VA was way higher, so I picked VA, and that automatically shut off the Army pay, right?
Okay.
This unlocks that, is what that does. This gives you a chunk of that on top. So you already are good for that if you're getting VA pay. You are considered entitled to
So,
receiving military pay.
so let me ask you a question. You
Yes,
were medical discharge, but I wasn't. How does
you
that?
still
Does that
count.
affect that?
Nope, nope, you still count, man. If you have any kind of VA pay,
Yeah.
you're in. You're in. You're considered retired from the United States military,
Okay.
in terms of human resources for Fort Knox. So
Okay.
that's one that scares guys. The other one is you got to be rated at least 10% by the VA. You know, you have to waive your VA pay from your retired pay. You already did that. That's another scary one. You did that. That's what I'm talking about with the Army stuff, right? How I said you got Army and you got VA. That was when you waived it, whether or not you knew you did it. Does that make sense?
I got you.
Yeah. So, besides that, you got to file a CRSC application with your branch of service, and you're set. And I'm going to break down everything you
Let
need.
me see. We got Tanner Holton. Does it work the same for Marines?
Yes, it does. That's my good friend T Bone, man. He's my mullet barber. He was a
Okay.
engineer for
Fucking
CEB in
devil
the
dogs.
Marines.
Always trying to jump in everything.
That's it, dude. My dad was Marsoc. I'm just surrounded by some dope Marines. So, um, but yeah, dude, it absolutely any branch, and we'll talk about that. But what branch you served in is who you send it to. So
Okay.
we would send it to the Army. He would send it to Marine Corps HRC. Which there's one of those pages that I sent you. It's got all the branches and the contact information. So you'll have your point of contact. T-Bone, I'll help you out personally, man. We'll get you set up with the Marine side too. So, and that goes for everybody watching this, man. Holler at me. I'll help you. I want to help guys.
Yeah. So, you did send me the links to get this application going for people in the army right now. That's the
Yeah,
info.
for anybody.
Oh, anybody. All right.
Yeah, any branch, man. It doesn't matter, and they could be World War II vets. It's any time frame.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah. What qualifies me for this? Right. That's a big one. We don't know. All we know is combat. Right. In reality, disabilities that may be considered combat related, including injuries incurred as a direct result of armed conflict, hazardous duty pay, and instrumentality of war. I need to look up that word, but that sounds like one of those big army words they use all the time to sneak stuff in, right? And then simulated war, like in the box. We're out training, or you're clearing houses, whatever you did, whether it was in basic training or getting ready to go on a rotation, man, that's considered combat training. We were in a combat unit.
Yeah.
So it all blankets. So that hopefully that opens up a lot of people to knowing that they can do this. For me, mine's PTSD, and I'm very open about it. I struggle with it,
Yeah.
and First Sergeant Barton told me about this, bro. That's how
Okay.
I got this info. It was
That's a name
Barton,
I haven't
man.
heard in a while.
Old Top. Don't ever call him a top, but Old Top. But yeah, man, he told me all about it, and I just got to looking at it. And the big one's PTSD, bro. A lot of us came out of Afghanistan with issues, and I know a lot of vets just like me that have been struggling with the time of year, and with everything that's going on, the elections, the matchbox of the Middle East. And I finally decided, you know what, it's time. It's time to get my money right, stay with my family. And you guys can do that too. After you get this, you're entitled to Social Security as well. So this is the first step to retirement, essentially.
Yeah.
Um, First Sergeant Barton was the goat, dude. I miss that guy so bad. Uh, he was a homie, bro. He was scary but cool in his own way. Oh man. But yeah, so who qualifies, right? We basically all qualify. Um, on top of that, bro, here's a big one. You get back pay. So in addition to your monthly CRSC payments, you're eligible for a retroactive payment. DFAS will audit your account to determine whether or not you were due retroactive payment. An audit of your account requires researching pay information from both DFAS and VA. That's a good thing because if DFAS finds you are also due a retroactive payment from the VA, they will forward an audit to the VA,
Oh
and now
wow.
your CRSC guys are responsible for making sure you get paid for your VA missed out pay too. So they're going to hold them accountable while taking care of you, essentially. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, back pay can go all the way up to I think $206,000. So if
Holy
you were
shit.
yeah, bro, if you were 100% and it was all combat related, you're looking at 206,000. I did the math, and you're looking at about 2,844 extra a month from now on. So, and then you get Social Security because of it, and that tops out at $3,000. So, this is a true way to be able to spend time with your family and not just focus on
Damn,
working.
bro. This is actually good information. I didn't know
Yeah,
anything about this. That's why whenever you called me last week, I was like, man, we had to make this shit happen.
yeah,
Uh, man, it's a lot of money. I'm surprised that's what they don't put it out. Like,
hmm
yeah, I see why it's not out. And damn, well, probably the information is out there. We just don't know
yeah.
where to look.
And that's it, dude. Like I've talked to, the guys who wear the red service vest at the VA, the helpers.
Yeah,
I talked to one of them about it. He's a Vietnam vet, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I did it back in the day. It changed our lives." So the older generation, I think, knows a little bit about it, but I don't remember ever being told besides Barton about this.
damn.
Yeah, dude, I saw T Bone's comment.
Yeah. No, and it's funny though because right now I've been well, I just got back from Orlando. I was at a, National Safety Council convention, and
Damn.
I've been meeting a lot of people that been in the service, and a
Yeah,
lot of them still don't know much about their benefits, bro. And then some
nothing.
of them, yeah, I understand they got big money, so they really don't care. But it's like, man, bro, like why not?
Yeah,
Why
and
not
that's the
tap
thing.
into it?
Bro, I struggled so bad with feeling weird about, getting my disability, but at the end of the day, bro, someone else has it. Someone
Yeah,
else is getting that. That could be a guy that literally did nothing with their military career opposed to people that we know. So take it. Take the freaking benefits and make your life better, dude. It's so worth it. I've went fishing like 6 times past week. Like, I'm just enjoying my life, and hopefully this whole thing can help me stay doing that. Just
yeah.
spend time with my family. Anyways, I'll get back to it, bro. Sorry, I kind of got on a tangent there. Um, but if let's see, so if DFAS fines, obviously they'll pay you that money. They'll make sure the VA pays you. Your retroactive payment date may go far back as June 1st, 2003. They can, let's see, it's based off of your overall CRSC start date as awarded, your Purple Heart eligibility, which you don't have to have a Purple Heart for this.
Okay.
um, yeah, your retirement date, your retirement law, six-year barring statute. So basically, it's just saying that you need to let us know if you have a Purple Heart. We want to know what date you got out. So you're going to take the day you got out. For me, it was 2016. They're going to calculate 5 years worth of CRSC for me, and then I get that back pay. So let's see. All retroactive pay is limited. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 years from the VA awarded comps. You get 6 years of back pay.
Damn.
Yeah. So who can help, right? Obviously, I want to help you guys as much as I can, and I'm here for it. But there's actually organizations that help specifically for this a lot. One's the DAV. Are you familiar with
The
that
DAF.
organization?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Old DAV. Yeah. This is a big part of their job is to help vets get their CRSC. So
So let me
you
ask you a
know,
question. Have you
yeah.
have you have you been with the DAF before? Have you they help you doing anything?
I've never messed with them, bro. Are they good?
No, I don't know. That's what I was asking. I don't know.
I've
I know
heard.
it's some organizations out there that they charge you a fee to help you go through everything. I don't know
Yeah.
how that works. I don't know if They got other people. I know the American Legions. They
Yeah.
got representatives that do everything for free. Like they actually
Yeah.
got people working, but I don't know how that is.
I think it's the same way, if I'm not mistaken. I know that they give rides to veterans from like, VA appointments way out. I think it's all volunteer, if I'm not mistaken, dude.
Okay.
So don't quote me on that, but I've never been told anything about having to spend money with them. But I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
VFW
No, and,
member and
and
all that.
and at the end of the day, that's not bad because if you're gonna get yours, I guess
Yeah,
it is what it is, right?
yeah, and that's
But
it,
yeah,
bro. So yeah, DAV, they're great. They call the closest office. So get online, look it up. Mine's Portland. You probably in Texas. I bet you have multiple, but some states only have one or two. So look that number up. Call that main number and tell them you want help with your CRSC. Another one. It's the veteran service officer in your county or parish. Do you know about VSOs?
nah.
Okay, so I didn't either, man. A veteran service officer is someone that is appointed in the government of your county or parish that's job is solely to take care of veterans that need the help. So my guy, I called him. I actually went into the office. I said, "Hey, man, I want to do this." And he said, "I don't know how to do that. I've never seen it before, but I have a friend." So then he started calling his VSOs in different counties, and we finally got the information. So it's another HR that's out there to help you from the county you live in. So keep that in mind. On that, there's a link in here too to find your nearest VSO. So you just got to put in your zip code. Boom, you got your VSO.
Okay.
So the final resource, honestly, is your branch's human resources, dude. Our HR command is at Fort Knox. You call the number. All you gotta do is type it. Look up Army HR, Army HRC. Call the number. Follow the prompts for Veteran Human Resources. Once you get a hold of them, you tell them what's going on. They were the biggest help, hands down, bro. They sat on the phone with me for hours, like an hour one time, an hour another time, making sure I did it all correctly before I sent it in. That way I didn't
Oh,
have
so
to
you
send it all
fill
the way
out the
back.
application yourself? It's not that
You do.
complicated.
It's not that complicated,
So
man.
let me
It's
ask you a question. You say you submitted your application for PTSD. What
yeah.
documents do you gotta send them in?
So I'll run through that hardcore and tell you everything, but basically there's a way for you to get all your VA records in one shot called the blue button. I
Called the
added
what?
that link. It's called the VA blue button. If you want every medical record you've ever had in the VA, there's a link that I sent you. These guys can click on, and as long as you have an ID me or a freaking My Healthy Vet, whatever the heck, VA has all these different
Yeah.
identification things. You can access every single record you've ever had. You can print them out. And what I did is, I'll get to it, but they want a bunch of different things like that show, hey, he has PTSD from war. So I went through all my files one by one. There was 187 pages. It's nuts. But you sit there, and that's why I say get your pokey bait, man. Find everything that is related to whatever disability you're sending in, because that counts as freaking what's the word I'm looking for? Evidence counts as
Yeah.
evidence. So yeah, well, I'll tell you all about that, man. But yeah, reach out to your HR, bro. They're super cool. Surprisingly, super, super nice. So here we go. What is the required documentation for the application? Like we were just talking about. The first one, if you're applying for the first time, which I assume all of us are, you're going to need a DD form 2860. DD form 2860. If you're reapplying for new disabilities, you need to request a reconsideration application. If you've already tried to do it, there's no amount of times that there's no amount of times limit wise that you can do it. So just keep sending it, man.
I'm reading what Tanner he say puggy bait.
Get your little snackums, dude. Beans and weenies. But yeah, man. So you need your DD form 2860. The other documents that are going to help you kind of throw your case. You're going to this board and you're saying, please grant me this. This is my evidence. It's like you're going to a court basically. But a lot, it's for
Yeah.
disabilities.
For me.
Anyways, documents you need. your retirement orders. For me, I had an order sent to my house when I got out that said Blake Carpenter. Actually, it's right back there. That's my retirement orders. It says Blake Carpenter honorably retired. All this crap. That's for the guys that med boarded. I think honestly, all you're gonna need is to show that you served faithfully and honorably in the military. You can add a DD 214. These are all things that just will help. You don't necessarily need these
Yeah.
items. But yeah, your 20-year letter statement of service, if you were reservist or National Guard, relevant pages in your VA or service medical record. This is what I'm talking about with that blue button.
So right now that you're talking about that on honorable
Yeah,
discharge for DD 214,
that's
one of
it,
the
bro. Yeah,
applications one of the applications that I'm doing right now with my mother-in-law is the DD form 149. That's the application for correction in military records.
oh
Meaning
shit.
that if you got out with other than honorable discharge, and after I think it's a 3 year period, you can
Yeah,
submit the DD form 149 application for corrections of military records. You can explain your case. Once you send this application with a 2 page explaining your case, why is this needs to be fixed, a board of 3 to 5 people will make a
yeah,
decision. And once you get your orders corrected to honorable discharge, you can start collecting benefits. So
dang,
if you have other than honorable discharge, you need DD Form 149, application for correction of military records. You can do it yourself, or what we did, we contacted the American Legions. American
yeah,
Legions had multiple representatives that they can help you for free, give you the information that you need. And
yeah,
again, thank you for sharing this information, bro. Like, I when you told me about it, I was like dumbfounded, like I didn't know
bro.
anything about it. And I'm
It's insane.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like sometimes you kind of skeptic, like you don't know if
Yep,
it's gonna work or not. That's the way I am right now. So I'm gonna have to go back and send these
yep.
applications myself.
Do it,
And
bro. And like, hey, you got a freaking test guinea pig right here, bro. I'm going through it, so I'll let you guys know.
yeah,
So VA ratings, that's another one. So anything that shows your ratings, you have what's called a code sheet. Are you familiar with that? A VA code sheet?
uh,
So VA code sheet is they take all of our disabilities and they put them into a nomenclature. So there's like a serial number basically for every issue you have. You have to get that piece of paper from either enrollment or like human resources from the main VA around you. They'll print it out. So yeah, get that code sheet. You need to send that in. I can't stress that enough. That's the biggest. The
is
HR
that on the
lady.
notes that you send?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Everything I'm talking about's on these notes, man. So I'll find a way to put these notes up and link them to something to send them to you or
Yeah,
whatever we got
just
to
send it
do.
to me. That way I can print out the links and put them up. Like I say,
Perfect.
we're going live right now, but I'm edit this video and I'm gonna actually put the link below so that way people can go in and they don't have to see all the
Yes.
dumb shit that we did at the beginning.
Hey, you know what, dude? I got my wife just messaged me while we're sitting here doing this. And I want you guys all to know this. My wife is like, Mike, that's my go-to. She's my ride or die. Whoever wants a packet made for them, all the stuff that you need, you let me know, and we'll get it and we'll mail it out to you. No, free of charge. You let us know. So
Okay.
other things that are going to help with in this application, if you have Purple Heart, your citations, your retirement, your DD 214, relevant pages in your VA service record. That's that blue button. The link will be on here. And the code sheet, big one. Send it to your branch you served in. So there's going to be a link in here as well that says what branch you got to send it to. I did snail mail just because I had like 100 and something pages in my packet, and it would have taken forever at FedEx to get it done. And I don't like crowds. So I did snail mail. I haven't heard anything yet, but you can do snail mail. You can fax it, or I think that might be it because you have to do a real John Hancock on the stuff.
Okay.
But let's see. After that's done, what's the wait period, right? Your first CRSC monthly payment should be processed in 30 to 45 days after you receive your approval letter from your branch of service. So once I get my letter back in the mail that says, hey, yeah, we looked at your stuff and you're broken, we're going to pay you. Within 30 to 45 days of me reading that letter, I start getting paid that normal monthly amount, whatever it is, from like, I'm guessing, totally guessing. I'll give you guys the computation too. It's weird, but I'm thinking around 1,000 to 1,500 a month for me. So that's something you get a big chunk too. I'll tell you guys how it calculates in a little bit, but another thing, retroactive computations require significant research and manual calculations. Their priority is to start your monthly payments and then calculate and make any retroactive payment due. This may take 60 to 90 days after we receive all of the information. So once they get your packet and they start rifling, it can take 60 to 90 to start getting back pay. Something I can highly recommend, my wife's kind of kept me on, is call your branch, hit them up, say, hey man, I just want to know where my packet's at. I've done it 2 times now, and they've been super cool about it. I don't know if it's they just like to see us out there trying to get it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's it's an amazing program, man, and I think it's a game changer for a lot of us. And I don't know, I just noticed it's not talked about enough, and I want my crew to know like there's benefits out there to make your life a heck of a lot better than it is.
Yeah, and to be
Uh,
honest with you, like you say, it's the information. Maybe he's probably out there, but we didn't know where to look. And it only
yep,
takes one person. And man, I appreciate you for sharing this with us, man. For real,
yeah,
Liz, I don't want this to go too long, but I'm gonna cut it. Like I said, I'm gonna chop it up,
yeah,
put all the info. Thank you for sharing this info with everybody, bro. Like I really appreciate this.
yes. Oh,
I'm
dude. But hey, man, before I forget, just one more, I want to shout it out one more time. If you need a packet or you need anything, you let me in the unit know, bro, and we'll get it done and we'll get it sent out to you in snail mail. And anything you guys need, just holler, bro. I'm here and I'm waiting for surgery, so I'm driving my wife crazy. There's not enough fish to catch in the world to keep me from driving her nuts.
I'll
So
fucking bet. Shit.
yeah, bro. So just let me know. Y'all want help? Hit me up however you can get me. And yeah, stay frosty, man.